Have you ever stopped to wonder what it truly means to be feminine? Not the surface version society tells you about. No, not the clothes, the makeup, or the fleeting attention, but the deep, undeniable energy that comes from within. There is a power in femininity that is silent, magnetic, and transformative. It is the kind of power that does not need to shout to be noticed, that does not demand approval to exist, yet influences everything around it. This power is yours, waiting quietly for you to recognize it, to step into it fully, and to let it shape the way you move through the world. When you embrace your femininity, you awaken a presence that is impossible to ignore, a confidence that comes from alignment with who you truly are. And the reason this matters is profound. Femininity is not just an aesthetic. It is a force that can transform your relationships, your self-worth, your career, and the way you experience every moment of your life. By the end of this, you will see yourself differently, feel yourself differently, and understand the limitless potential that comes from embracing your natural feminine essence. Femininity is often misunderstood. It is not a set of rules, a list of behaviors, or a role you perform to please others. It is the energy that flows when you are in tune with your inner self, your emotions, and your presence. It is the quiet confidence that comes from knowing your worth without needing to prove it. It is vulnerability that does not weaken you, but amplifies your strength. Every woman carries this energy, but too often it is buried beneath self-doubt, societal expectations, or the constant pressure to conform. What you may not realize is that femininity is not given to you by others. It is something you choose to embody. Every thought you nurture, every habit you practice, every action you take can either suppress it or amplify it. When you commit to this choice, life begins to respond differently. People feel your energy, doors open where they were once closed, and your own sense of possibility expands. To be feminine is to be aware of yourself, to understand your emotions, to honor your intuition, and to project your energy in a way that aligns with your authentic self. It is about grace, magnetism, and presence. It is about the courage to be soft without being weak, the willingness to feel deeply without being consumed, and the ability to influence without forcing. There is a reward to embracing this fully, a life where you are in harmony with yourself, where your actions reflect your deepest values, and where your power feels natural, effortless, and unstoppable. When you understand this essence, you stop chasing validation, stop trying to fit into boxes, and start living in alignment with your true self. Imagine the confidence of walking into a room and being felt before a word is spoken. Imagine your energy touching people, inspiring them, and commanding respect without aggression. Imagine waking up each day connected to your own essence, where every decision and every interaction becomes a reflection of your feminine power. This is what awaits you when you embrace your femininity. By the end of this journey, you will not only understand what it is, but you will feel it pulsating within you, ready to transform every aspect of your life. Stay with this, because the moment you step into this awareness, everything changes. Have you ever noticed how some women walk into a room and instantly change the energy around them without saying a single word? That is the power of presence, and it is one of the purest expressions of femininity. Presence is not something you acquire externally. It is cultivated from within. It is the awareness of yourself, the connection to your own energy, and the deliberate way you move through space. Every posture, every gesture, every pause carries meaning. When you embody presence, the world responds to you differently. People lean in, listen more intently, and feel drawn to your energy. This is not charm or manipulation, it is alignment. It is the magnetic effect of a woman who knows her value, understands her emotions, and moves with intention. Your energy is constantly communicating whether you realize it or not. The way you hold yourself, the rhythm of your voice, the subtle expressions of your face, they all signal to the world who you are. And when that energy is feminine, it is soft yet strong, calm yet compelling, gentle yet unforgettable. The research is clear. Body language affects how others perceive you and how you perceive yourself. When you practice presence, when you intentionally move with grace and poise, your confidence grows exponentially. Even small shifts, standing tall, aligning your shoulders, letting your movements flow with ease, create ripples in the way others interact with you and the way you interact with yourself. This is the invisible force of femininity, a force that commands respect without demanding it, that inspires admiration without needing approval. Being present requires awareness of your emotions and the space around you. It is the ability to pause, to breathe, and to act with clarity. It is the refusal to rush, to fill every silence, or to let fear dictate your movement. There is extraordinary power in stillness. When you slow down, you become aware of your own energy, your own worth, and the way you influence the environment. The more you practice presence, the more natural it becomes. Your gestures become fluid, your voice resonates with calm authority, and your energy becomes magnetic. People feel it instinctively. They notice it, even if they cannot put it into words. And this awareness transforms the way you experience life. You move from reactive to deliberate, from scattered to centered, from uncertain to undeniably powerful. Presence is also emotional resonance. It is how you show up in relationships, conversations, and even in fleeting moments. A woman who embodies feminine presence listens with intention, responds with care, and engages without needing to dominate. She connects deeply, not superficially. She creates an atmosphere where others feel safe, valued, and inspired. And the reward is immediate. Interactions become richer, trust is built effortlessly, and influence grows naturally. This is the subtle but unshakable strength of femininity, a force that does not rely on aggression, but on authenticity and awareness. Imagine moving through your day fully aligned with your energy. Imagine sitting across from someone and holding the space with quiet confidence, drawing them in not with words, but with presence. Imagine noticing the shift in people, in conversations, and even in your own sense of power, simply because you have claimed your space fully, intentionally, and gracefully. This is what it means to embody feminine energy. The world responds when you show up as your true self, aware, intentional, and magnetic. Every breath, every gesture, every glance becomes a tool of influence and empowerment. By embracing presence, you step into a level of feminine power that transforms not just how others see you, but how you see yourself. Your energy becomes your signature, your presence becomes your statement, and your femininity becomes undeniable. Have you ever realized that the depth of your emotions is one of your greatest strengths? Femininity is not just about how you look or how gracefully you move. It is about how deeply you feel, how clearly you understand yourself, and how authentically you express your emotions. Emotional intelligence is the silent force that shapes the way you relate to the world, and it is one of the most powerful tools a woman can wield. Women who understand their emotions, who recognize their triggers, and who respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, radiate a magnetic energy that draws respect, trust, and admiration. This is the kind of influence that cannot be taught or faked. It comes from mastering your inner landscape, from being fully present with yourself, and from honoring the emotional currents that run through your life. Emotional awareness allows you to navigate every interaction with clarity and power. When you can identify what you feel and why, you stop being controlled by circumstance or by others' expectations. You step into a space of freedom where your energy is yours to direct, and your femininity becomes an expression of inner mastery rather than external performance. The science is clear. Women with high emotional intelligence are perceived as more attractive, more confident, and more capable. They create stronger relationships, make better decisions, and inspire loyalty without trying. This is because when you're emotionally aligned, your presence resonates authenticity. People sense it instinctively, and it draws them in. They are drawn not just to your beauty or your voice, but to the integrity of your energy, the consistency of your awareness, and the depth of your understanding. Femininity grows when emotion is harnessed, not suppressed. When you allow yourself to feel fully without judgment, you unlock a reservoir of intuition, empathy, and creativity. Your emotional strength becomes a compass, guiding your actions and decisions with precision. You stop reacting out of fear, frustration, or insecurity and start responding from a place of grounded self-awareness. The more you practice this, the more effortless it becomes to project calm, grace, and influence in every environment. Emotional intelligence becomes your armor and your magnet. It protects your energy, amplifies your presence, and enhances every interaction you have. Every choice you make, every thought you cultivate, and every reaction you manage contributes to this feminine power. Journaling, self-reflection, and mindful observation of your emotional patterns are not just habits. They are gateways to profound transformation. By understanding yourself deeply, you can express your emotions with elegance and clarity, turning vulnerability into strength and empathy into magnetism. People are drawn to women who are emotionally self-aware because they feel safe, valued, and understood. This creates a ripple effect. Your energy uplifts others, strengthens bonds, and elevates your influence in ways that superficial traits never could. Imagine a life where your emotional awareness amplifies every interaction. Picture yourself navigating conversations with calm certainty, connecting with people on a level that feels effortless yet profound. Imagine turning moments of tension into opportunities to demonstrate poise and strength, making your energy feel alive, inviting, and transformative. This is the essence of feminine power, an energy rooted in understanding, clarity, and emotional mastery. The more you embrace it, the more you become the woman who commands attention, not by force, but by the quiet, undeniable magnetism of her presence. Every emotion you honor, every feeling you navigate, strengthens your feminine essence and allows you to radiate confidence, grace, and unstoppable influence in every corner of your life. Have you ever considered how much your daily choices shape the energy you radiate to the world? Femininity is not simply a feeling or an attitude. It is nurtured through the care you give to yourself, the rituals you practice, and the respect you cultivate for your own body, mind, and spirit. Self-care is not indulgence. It is an act of alignment. Every decision to honor your body, to nourish it, to move it with intention, and to care for it consistently strengthens your feminine energy in ways that ripple through every area of your life. When you commit to practices that prioritize your well-being, you are not just improving your appearance. You are signaling to yourself and to the world that you value your presence, your power, and your potential. Beauty, when rooted in self-respect and ritual, becomes a reflection of inner strength. It is not about conforming to standards imposed by others or trying to earn approval. It is about expressing the harmony you cultivate inside when you take time to care for yourself, whether through posture, grooming, mindful movement, or even simple moments of stillness. Your energy changes. You stand taller, you breathe deeper, and your presence communicates confidence effortlessly. The research is clear. Consistent self-care and mindful attention to your body and habits not only increase self-esteem, but they also enhance how others perceive you. Your energy becomes aligned with your values, and your femininity becomes a natural magnet, radiating from the inside out without any effort or performance. Rituals are powerful because they train your mind to recognize and honor your own worth. Simple daily practices, like creating a morning routine that centers you, choosing clothing that reflects your identity, or dedicating moments for meditation or reflection, become signals to your subconscious that you are a woman who values herself. These practices are more than habits. They're deliberate acts of empowerment. Each ritual strengthens the bridge between your inner world and the outer expression of your femininity, creating a seamless flow between who you are and how you show up. This is where self-respect becomes magnetism and where attention to your energy amplifies your influence. Every act of care, every mindful movement, every decision to honor your own needs sends a powerful message. You are worthy of your own attention and energy. This mindset transforms not just how you feel, but how the world responds to you. Women who embody feminine energy through self-care are often perceived as poised, confident, and magnetic even before they speak. The energy they cultivate through intentional practices creates a resonance that draws others in, inspires admiration, and commands respect. By choosing to invest in yourself consistently, you are not just enhancing your outer beauty, you are sculpting your inner presence, your confidence, and your influence in ways that are felt deeply by everyone you encounter. Imagine beginning each day with rituals that strengthen your mind, body, and spirit. Picture yourself moving through your life with deliberate grace, projecting energy that communicates self-respect and quiet authority. Visualize the way people respond to you, drawn naturally to your calm confidence and radiant presence. This is the power of self-care and intentional practices. They transform ordinary routines into tools of feminine empowerment. Every small act of attention you give yourself compounds into a life where your femininity is not an act, but a living, breathing expression of your energy, your strength, and your undeniable presence in the world. Have you ever realized that true femininity is not measured by softness alone, but by the strength that exists beneath it? Grace without power is fragile, but power without grace is harsh. The most magnetic women are those who embody both. A delicate balance of resilience and elegance, firmness and warmth. Inner strength is not aggression or dominance. It is the quiet certainty that comes from knowing your worth, the courage to stand your ground, and the ability to navigate challenges with composure. Every woman has the capacity for this strength, and when it is aligned with grace, it amplifies her feminine energy in ways that draw respect, admiration, and influence effortlessly. Femininity thrives in the balance between yielding and standing firm. It is the ability to honor your own boundaries while remaining open, to pursue your desires without stepping over others, and to assert yourself without aggression. There is immense power in mastering this equilibrium. Women who cultivate inner strength, paired with grace, demonstrate a presence that is magnetic because it is intentional, grounded, and authentic. Research in psychology shows that individuals who can regulate their emotions, maintain composure under pressure, and respond thoughtfully in high-stakes situations are consistently perceived as more confident and capable. This is not coincidence. It is the natural effect of inner strength, combined with self-awareness, an essential component of feminine energy. Your ability to navigate life with resilience does not diminish your femininity. It elevates it. Facing adversity with poise, handling criticism without defensiveness, and moving through conflict without losing your center are acts of feminine mastery. Every challenge you overcome with grace strengthens the subtle power that radiates from you. People may not consciously recognize it, but they sense it instinctively. Your energy becomes a force that inspires, uplifts, and commands respect. By embracing your own strength while maintaining your elegance, you create a life where your femininity is inseparable from your personal power, a force that cannot be ignored. Strength and grace are reflected in your choices every day. How you speak, how you respond, how you protect your energy. All of these decisions reinforce your feminine essence. Boundaries are not restrictions. They are declarations of self-respect. Standing for yourself without apology communicates an energy that is both firm and inviting, confident yet approachable. When you act from this place, people feel it. They are drawn to the consistency of your presence, the clarity of your purpose, and the way your strength is softened by authenticity and warmth. This is the quiet magnetism that makes a woman unforgettable, not because she demands attention, but because her energy naturally commands it. Imagine yourself moving through life with this balance fully integrated. Picture the way you respond to challenges with calm determination, how your boundaries communicate self-respect without hostility, and how your elegance amplifies the strength within. Envision your presence influencing people, shaping interactions, and inspiring admiration simply because you have mastered this alignment. Inner strength paired with grace is the ultimate expression of feminine power, a combination that allows you to navigate the world with confidence, authenticity, and irresistible energy. By embracing this duality, you do not merely survive, you thrive, radiating a femininity that is both gentle and formidable, visible and undeniable, soft yet unshakably strong. Have you ever imagined living each day fully aligned with your feminine energy, where every choice, every movement, and every interaction reflects the power, presence, and grace that lives within you? Femininity is not a mask you put on or an act you perform for others. It is a lifestyle, a conscious way of being that shapes your reality, your relationships, and the way you experience the world. When you commit to living feminine energy every day, you are choosing to show up with awareness, intention, and authenticity. You are choosing to move through life as a woman who commands respect, inspires admiration, and radiates confidence without ever needing to force it. This alignment transforms the ordinary into extraordinary, turning every action into an expression of your essence. Every moment offers an opportunity to practice your femininity. How you carry yourself, how you speak, how you interact with others. All of these are reflections of the energy you choose to project. By moving deliberately, speaking with clarity, and listening with intention, you are not only enhancing your presence, you are shaping the way the world responds to you. Your energy becomes magnetic, drawing people toward you, fostering trust, and creating influence that feels effortless. Psychology confirms that consistent, intentional behavior builds perception. When your inner energy aligns with your outward expression, people sense it instinctively. They are drawn to your authenticity, your calm confidence, and the way you hold space without domination. Feminine energy thrives in daily practice. It is strengthened through routines that honor your body, mind, and spirit. Moments of mindfulness, self-care, intentional movement, and reflection are not optional. They are the building blocks of your presence. Each choice you make to nurture yourself reinforces your self-respect and amplifies your magnetism. Your energy becomes a living signal to the world. You are someone who values yourself, commands attention naturally, and interacts from a place of alignment rather than reaction. This creates a ripple effect. People are drawn to your confidence, inspired by your clarity, and influenced by the consistency of your presence. Living feminine energy also means embracing your emotional depth every day. It is the awareness of your feelings, the clarity in your responses, and the ability to engage with others in ways that are authentic yet powerful. Emotional mastery enhances every interaction, turning vulnerability into strength and empathy into influence. People are naturally drawn to women who are emotionally aware because they feel safe, understood, and valued in their presence. Your energy becomes transformative, creating connections that are meaningful, interactions that are impactful, and a life that feels abundant in confidence, presence, and influence. Imagine walking into every room knowing that your energy precedes you. Imagine speaking, moving, and existing in ways that make people feel your presence before you even say a word. Picture the way your daily habits, your mindfulness, and your self-respect compound over time, creating a life where femininity is not just something you embody occasionally, it is the core of who you are. Every thought, every gesture, every decision reinforces this energy, shaping not just how the world sees you, but how you see yourself. By living feminine every day, you transform your energy into your most powerful tool, your life into your canvas, and your presence into a force that is unmistakable, magnetic, and truly unstoppable. Have you ever felt the quiet power of your own presence, the subtle yet undeniable energy that makes people notice, respect, and remember you? That is the essence of true femininity, the ability to influence, inspire, and command attention without force, without words, without striving for approval. It is a force that comes from alignment with yourself, from living intentionally, and from embodying every aspect of your being with clarity and confidence. When you step fully into this energy, the world shifts around you. Doors open where they were once closed, conversations change, opportunities multiply, and your own sense of possibility expands in ways you may have never imagined. This is the reward of embracing your feminine essence, the power to transform your life simply by being who you truly are. Every choice you make reinforces this energy. The way you speak, the way you listen, the way you move, the way you carry yourself, all of it sends a message to the world. It communicates value, self-respect, and confidence. Women who embody their femininity understand that influence is a natural byproduct of alignment. When your inner world is harmonious, your outer presence becomes magnetic. People notice not because you demand it, but because your energy communicates authenticity, strength, and grace. This is the kind of power that commands respect effortlessly, inspires trust naturally, and leaves a lasting impression without a single word. Femininity is also about choice. It is the conscious decision to show up as your best self every day, to honor your energy, to nurture your body, mind, and spirit, and to engage with the world from a place of awareness and intentionality. Every small act, posture, gesture, tone of voice, self-care routine, mindful interaction accumulates into a life that radiates feminine power. Psychology shows that consistency in behavior and energy shapes how others perceive you and how you perceive yourself. By making deliberate choices to align with your essence, you create a life that mirrors your inner strength and beauty, a life that feels effortless, magnetic, and undeniably yours. Embracing femininity also means mastering your emotional landscape. When you understand your feelings, manage your reactions, and communicate with clarity, you transform vulnerability into strength. Emotional intelligence enhances your presence, magnifies your influence, and deepens your connections. People are drawn to women who are emotionally self-aware because they feel seen, valued, and inspired in their presence. Your energy becomes contagious, elevating interactions and creating impact wherever you go. This mastery of self turns everyday moments into opportunities to demonstrate your power, your grace, and your authenticity. Picture yourself living every day fully aligned with your feminine essence. Imagine walking into a room and feeling the energy shift simply because you are there. Imagine speaking, moving, and existing in ways that naturally draw people in, inspire respect, and influence outcomes without effort. Visualize the way your choices, your presence, and your awareness compound over time, creating a life where your femininity is not occasional, not conditional, but the foundation of your power, your confidence, and your identity. By embracing this energy fully, you step into a version of yourself that is unstoppable, magnetic, and profoundly transformative. Every thought you nurture, every habit you practice, and every action you take strengthens your feminine essence and allows you to radiate a power that is undeniable, authentic, and deeply yours.